Hello everyone, welcome back to Santosh Nexus. I have changed my channel name from Santosh Gamer to Santosh Nexus. Let's get started. In the last session, we explored text functions to clean and format data. Today, we are diving into date and time functions in Excel. These functions help in automating reports, calculating deadlines, tracking workdays, and managing schedules efficiently. As of today, I will be explaining date functions in Excel, and in part 2, I will be explaining time functions in Excel. Without wasting time, let's get started. Why we use date functions? Date functions are useful when working with employee attendance tracking, project deadlines and due dates, invoice due date calculations, age calculations based on birth date. Not only this, there are several scenarios the date functions are useful. So instead of manually updating dates, Excel functions make everything automatic and accurate. So let's see some of the functions here. Today, now, date, day, month, year, DATEDIF, EDATE, end of month. These all are functions, and also there are other functions also I will be explaining in MS Excel work for better understanding. So let's get started. Without wasting time, let's jump into MS Excel work. Now I have opened my Excel sheet. I will be explaining all these data clearly and accurately. First, let us see the first function, that is today function. What is the functionality of today? It gives the current date. So what is the syntax of it? First we need to write equals to and then today and round brackets. When I click on enter, then I am getting the current date. In this way we can get the current date by using today function. Now let us see second function, that is now function. What do you mean by now function? It gives the current date as well as current time. So here we need to understand that what is the difference between today function and now function. In today function it gets current date, but in now function it gets current date as well as with current time. So let us perform this now function. First equals to and then now, and open the bracket and then close the bracket. Now click on enter. Now you are getting current time as well as with current date. In this way this functionality works. Now let us understand the third function, that is date function. What do you mean by date function? What is the functionality of date function? It creates a custom date. So first you need to understand the syntax of it. First you need to write equals to and then date and then open the bracket. Now when you open the bracket, here it is showing that first you need to give year and then you need to give month and then you need to give day. So I am giving year as 2025 and we need to write comma, and then month I am giving 02 and then day I am giving 10th day, and close the bracket. Now you should click on enter. Now when I click on enter, the format is first day and then month and then year. In this way the date function works. In this way we can create any custom dates. Now coming to fourth function, that is day, month, year. These three things extract date paths. So each function has a unique functionality. When it comes to day, it extracts day from a date. When it comes to month, it extracts month from a date. When we come to year, it extracts year from a date. So let us understand these three things with an example. First here is the data like 16 to 2025. Now by using day, we need to extract day from a date. So click on this cell and then you need to write equals to and then day, and now you need to open the bracket, and here we need to give serial number. That means our data present in D column and then 6th row. So give D6 and then close the bracket, and then you need to click on enter. Now clearly we can see that the day 16 is extracting from a date. In this way we can use day function. Now let us see how month function works. Now write equals to and then we need to write month and then open the bracket, and then we need to give serial number, that is our data present in D6, and then close the bracket and click on enter. Now we can see the month is extracting from a date. Similarly year, equals to year and then open the bracket, our data is present in D6, then close the bracket and then click on enter. Now the year is extracting from a date. In this way we can perform day, month, year functions. So now let's move to DATEDIF function. What do you mean by DATEDIF function? It calculates age or date differences. So what is the syntax of DATEDIF function? That is start date, end date and unit. In this unit it has several scenarios, like when we write only y, then it gives number of complete years between two dates. Like when we write m, then it gives number of complete months between two dates. When we write d, then it gives number of dates between two dates. When we write md, then it gives difference in days and ignoring months and years. And when we write ym, then it gives difference in months but only ignores years. And when we write yd, then it gives difference in days and ignoring years. In this way, the unit functionality works. So now let us take an example to understand clearly. Now let us calculate an age by using DATEDIF function. I am writing equals to DATEDIF and then open the bracket. Here first we need to give start date. So start date I am taking as D7th data. D7, the box is appearing on D7. So now write comma. Here we have taken start date. Now we need to take end date. So I am applying today function. It gives the today's date as an output. So now we need to write comma, and now we need to give unit. So we are performing age calculation, and I want in years. So we need to give in quotation marks y, and then close the bracket. Now you need to click on enter. Now when I click on enter, I am getting 25. That is from 2000, from 10/1/2000 until today, the age is 25 years. In this way, we can perform age by using DATEDIF function. Now I want to get the age in years format, months format and days format. Listen carefully. In order to achieve that, we need to change the formula slightly. Like we need to achieve first years and then months and then days. So in order to achieve this, we need to change the formula little bit. Please focus on this. First we need to write equals to and then DATEDIF and open the bracket. First we need to give start date, like I'm giving start date as D7th data, and then keep comma, and end date. In end date I'm giving today's date, so using today's function, and then comma. In unit we need to choose the unit, so I'm choosing year format, so I'm writing y in double quotation marks and then close the bracket. Now if I click on enter, now it gets 25 as we seen previous. So we need to get like 25 years. So in order to add text, we need to use and symbol, and then in double quotation marks we need to give years. Now if we click on enter, then it gives 25 years. So in this way we can do 25. In this way we can perform years. So in order to perform months also, then we need to again write and then after and we need to write months. So in order to perform months, again we need to write DATEDIF function. Again open the bracket, similarly give the data D7 and then today's function. Just we need to change the unit function. In unit function we need to choose months. We need to choose only months, that it should ignore years and as well as days. So if we write ym, then it gives differences in months and ignores years. Perfect. So we need to write ym and then in the double quotation marks, and now close the bracket. Now I need to get something plus text. So in order to get text, we need to write again and in double quotation marks give months, and in the double quotation marks. Now here now the output will be taken as suppose 25 years and something months. Now we need to get days. So in order to perform days, again we need to write and here again we need to use DATEDIF function. Again DATEDIF, and similarly write the data D7 and apply today's function, and then comma. Now we need to change the unit in days. So I want in days, like it should be ignore months and as well as years. So to take that function, we need to choose MD, that is it gets difference in days but ignores months and years. Perfect. So we need to choose MD here, MD, and then end with double quotation marks and close the bracket. Now in order to get text after something number, again we need to use and again we need in double quotation marks we need to give days and in the double quotation marks. Now perfect. Now I am explaining the formula again. First I have given DATEDIF function, and then I am given D7 as our data, then use today function, and first I am written in years format. Again then I have given and symbol, and then I have added some text. Again I have used DATEDIF function, and in unit I have taken ym, that is it gives difference in months, ignores years. And then again I have used DATEDIF function, and I have given MD as a unit, that is ignores it gives days and ignores months and years. So when I click on enter, I will get 25 years, 1 month, 9 days. So in this way we can calculate the age by using the DATEDIF function. Suppose we want comma after 25 years, like we want comma in between the text. So in order to achieve that, just choose where I have written years. After years, write comma, and then after months, write comma, and then click on enter. Now when I click on enter, then I'm getting 25 years comma 1 month comma 9 days. In this way we can achieve the DATEDIF function. Now let's jump into the another topic, that is EDATE. What do you mean by EDATE? That is, the functionality of EDATE is add or subtract months from a given date. Okay, let us see the syntax here. First we need to write equals to, and then we need to write EDATE, and when we open the bracket, then we can see the syntax here, like start date comma months. These are the two arguments we need to give here. So in start date, I'm taking 16/2/2025. It is in D6 cell, D6 comma in months. This is the argument where we are giving adding or subtracting. So if I give 3, then it adds. If I give -3, then it subtracts from the current cell. So if I give 3, and when I close the bracket and when I click on enter, it's giving that 16/5/2025. Clearly we can say that from the current cell the output is 3 months ahead. So in this way we can add the months by using EDATE function. Now let us see another function called EOMONTH. What do you mean by EOMONTH? That is, it gets end of month date. Okay, let us see the syntax here. First we need to write equals to, and then we need to write EOMONTH and open the bracket. When we open the bracket, we can see the syntax here, like start date comma months. Here I am taking start date as 16/2/2025, that is, it is present in D6 cell, comma, here in months, if I write 0, then it takes the current cell, like it takes the current month. Now if I add 1, then it adds current month plus 1, that is, it gives a March. Now if I write -2, then it gives it adds +2 for the current month, that is 2 plus 2, it gives 4, that means it gives April the last date. If I write -1, then it gives previous month, that is the current month is February, and it goes to back month, that is it goes to January. So in this way this argument works. Now if I write 0, then I am saying that to give last date current month, and when I close the bracket and when I click on enter, then I am getting 28/2/2025, that is, if February has 28 days and gives the last date of current cell. In this way we can perform the EOMONTH. Now let us see another function, that is network days. What do you mean by network days? That is, it counts working days between two dates. By default it excludes weekends like Saturday and Sunday. Okay, let us see the syntax here. First equals to, and then network days, open the bracket. Now the syntax is start date comma end date. Here holidays are optional, so I am giving start date as 10/1/2024 and it is in D7th cell, comma, I am giving end date as 16/2/2025, it is in D6th cell, and close the bracket. And when you click on enter, now you got 288. Now we can say that there are working days of 288 working days between these two dates. Like simply we can say that in between 10/1/2024 and 16/2/2025 we have 288 working days with excluding Saturday and Sundays. Now I am going to explain another one, that is the advanced version of network days, that is equals to NETWORKDAYS.INTL. So this is the advanced version of network days. Suppose when I open the bracket, then we can see the syntax here, start date, end date, and also we can write here weekends here, like we can fix the weekends. By default it is taking Saturday and Sunday, and we can decide the weekend here, and also we can mention the holidays. I have taken some holidays, like these are the 3 holidays in between these 2 dates. Let us see how to do that. First we need to write start date. I am writing start date as this 10/1/2024, it is in D7th cell, comma, I am giving end date as D60 cell. Now here in weekend, if I write comma, then we get some list here, like if I write 1, then it chooses default Saturday and Sunday. If I write 2, then it chooses Sunday, Monday as a weekend. If I write 3, then it chooses Monday and Tuesday. Suppose I want Friday and Saturday as my weekend. So if I write 7, then it assumes that our weekend is between Friday and Saturday. So it excludes that. And if we want to write holidays, then we need to write comma. And my holidays are these 3. So click on this and drag up to edge of the date. And then you can see here E8 is to U10. That is, this is the range between data. E8 is to E10. this is the 3 dates, and when you enclose the bracket and when you click on enter, okay, it is in date format, that's why it's appearing in date. In order to get number, simply click on home, and then in number group, then you need to click on this drop down and you need to click on number. Now you can see 285 days, that is 3 holidays are excluded and you got 285 days. In this way we can achieve the NETWORKDAYS.INTL functionality. Now I am explaining another function, that is weekday. What is the functionality of weekday? That is, it returns the day of the week as a numbering from 1 to 7, and the numbering changes based upon the return type you choose. Okay, let us know the syntax of weekday. First we need to write equals to and then write weekday and open the bracket. Now when you open the bracket, then you can see the 2 arguments here, like serial number comma return type. This return type is based upon the user needed. Suppose if the user work week starts from Sunday, then he can use default numbering, that is he can choose return type as 1. Like if the user work week starts on Monday, then he should choose return type as 2. That is, if he choose the return type as 2, then it starts from Monday 1 and then ends to Saturday 6, and again Sunday starts from 7. Like if he chooses default numbering as return type as 1, then it starts from 1 and Monday to Tuesday 3 and ends with Saturday 7. Suppose here I am choosing like my work week starts from Monday, so I am choosing return type as 2. So in order to do that, first let's start the serial number as 16/2/2025, comma, here I am choosing return type as 2. That means my work week starts on Monday, and when I enclose the bracket and when I click on enter, it is giving 7. That means the 16/2/2025 falls on Sunday. How the numbering will be given? That means Monday 1, Tuesday 2, and up to Saturday 6, again Sunday 7. So in this way the numbering will be allocated. Like if the user's work week starts on Sunday, then when user chooses 1, then when he clicks on enter, then we can see here 1. If he chooses return type value as 1, then his weekend starts from Sunday as 1, Monday as 2. So here 1 implies Sunday when he chooses return type 1. In this way the weekday function works. Now I am going to explain another function, that is week number. What is the functionality of week number? It returns the week number of the year, but the starting week can change based upon the return type. Okay, return type 1. If the return type is 1, that is default value, then the week 1 starts on January 1st regardless of the day. So it won't so it ignores the day and week 1 starts on January 1st. If the return type is 2, then week 1 starts from the first Monday of the year. Most of the corporate companies chooses here return type 2. Suppose we use default when week tracking follows standard numbering. We use return type 2 if the business follows a Monday start week format. So let us take an example. First let us use the week number. First we need to write equals to and then write week number and open the bracket. Here you can see the serial number. Like I am taking this 10/1/2024, and when I click on this I will get this reference here, and then when I write comma, here we can see the return type. Suppose if we write 1, that is default value, and when we close the bracket and when I click on enter, then I am getting 2. Then we can say that our week number is 2. So 10/1/2024, in this year the week number of the day 10 is 2. Now I am explaining another function, that is ISO week number function. It will be returning the week number of the year similar to the week number function, but it is fixed, that is it follows the international standard organization, that is 8601 standard, where week starts on Monday and week 1 is the first week with a Thursday in the new year. It follows these 2 principles here. Suppose I am writing, and also it follows mainly in international reporting and finance system. So these week number ISO week number scenario will be used in international reporting and finance system. Suppose let us let us achieve this. I'm choosing start date as 16/2/2025. So in order to do that, first write equals to and then write ISO week number and open the bracket. Here just we need to give the argument, only one argument, that is date. So I'm starting with 16/2/2025 as the date, and it is in H48. So just click on this and then you will get H48 and open the close the bracket and then you click on enter. Now here 7 represents 16/2/2025, that is February month, and 16th day start, the week number is 7. So in this entire year, in this 2025 year, the weekday of 16 is 7, or the week number of is 7. In this way we can achieve the ISO week number function. Here we will be getting some confusion for weekday and week number and ISO week number. So in order to get clarity, I am repeating once again. So what is the function of weekday? This function tells what day of the week a date falls on. For example, when we take return value as 1, it will return a number from 1 to 7, where Sunday equals to 1 and Saturday equals to 7. But when we use return value as 2, then the week starts from Monday as 1 and Sunday as 7. So this is useful when you want to find weekends in a data set or highlight specific days. Coming to week number, this function tells which week number a date belongs to. Suppose if I take a return value as 1, it means the week starts on Sunday. If I take return value as 2, then the week starts on Monday. For example, if today is 19th February 2025, this formula will return week 8 because it's the 8th week of the year. In this way, the week number function works. This function is useful when working with sales reports or tracking weekly performance. Coming to ISO week number function, this function follows the international ISO standard, where the week always starts on Monday and the week 1 is the first week with a Thursday in the new year or the previous year. For example, if 30th December 2025 is a Tuesday, then ISO week number will return week 1 of 2026. So this function is useful for companies that follow international ISO standards for week numbering. That's it guys. Today we have explored all the important date functions in Excel. These functions helps us work with dates efficiently, whether it's calculating due dates, tracking work days, or extracting specific date paths. Why are these functions are important? It automates calculation for reports and schedules, helps in project planning, payroll management, and financial analysis, and it saves time by eliminating manual date adjustments. In the next session, we will dive into time functions in Excel, where we will learn how to calculate time differences, extract hours and minutes, and automate time-based reports. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Santosh Nexus for more Excel tips. See you in the next video. Bye bye. Take care.